Not even a mark on your face.
Rich here, Chris with Boxing with Chris. Capturing the championship in Puerto Rico, you showed the emotion of how much it meant to you. How much did this mean to you? Would it overshadow that win in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, honestly, this was the, moment I was waiting for, to come home in New York and headline. But I wanted to do that as the world champion, and I felt like it was going to be bigger for the city. The New York had a lot of big boxing fights in the past years, but New York haven't had their own and cheer on the world championship fight since. I think Danny Jacobs probably was fighting years ago, so I always wanted to be the guy to bring back the championship to the city and just give New York that feeling of cheering on their own. So it felt great.
Richardson, okay. You had to win. It's ironic because I had asked you back in Puerto Rico about your debut in Brooklyn. You came back here with Eddie and asked you about, you being inactive and coming here and the activity picking it up in Puerto Rico, you get your championship. And now you're here and it kind of just seems like everything just really comes full circle because not only do you win in front of your home crowd, but you get a stoppage. Just talk about the preparation and how you feel in this moment right now.
Preparation was just a lot more mental than physical. Just, like I've been saying, I haven't got comfortable with the big fights, the anticipation, seeing my opponents, hearing what the media got to say, just that whole feeling is a different feeling. Just, you come fight week, the day before the weigh-in or something, you see your opponent in weigh-ins and you go fight. So just getting used to that psychologically and knowing like, oh yeah, like, I know what I'm gonna do to this guy, and just believing that I got another gear. And today I reached that other gear where it's like, I'm gonna take him out, and I set it the whole build up to the fight, and I just didn't want to go out there and just box. So yeah, that was just really what it was, just preparing mentally more than physically.
Hitchins, those with fight head. Congratulations first off on the victory tonight. Your first title defense. You got George Kambosos out the way, and you did it in great fashion. When I interviewed you at Gleason's, you told me that you wanted to leave him a bloody mess. Now, you might have not left him a bloody mess, but you were able to get him out of there. How real is the Devin Haney fight now?
He's saying move up to 147, so right now I got a lot of opportunities right now, as far as being able to go to 147 and hopefully he'll, give me the opportunity because he's still the guy, and obviously at 140. So it's the opportunity is definitely real. I think that fight, the people want to see me and Devin, me and Teofimo. I've been saying for a long time that they're gonna have to put my name in this conversation. You feel me? Because if you want to see superb boxing, you gotta put me in that conversation with Devin, the Ryan Garcia, the Teofimo. I've been telling y'all for the longest, I'm just as good as these guys, even better. Eddie been telling y'all, my manager been telling y'all, my team, my coaches, everybody been telling y'all, but I guess it took that for y'all to listen to and hear us now.
Richardson, Kevin Garcia, aka the Puerto Rican KKG. I asked you a little while ago, how did you feel about Bill Haney being here, Teofimo getting in the ring? Just a year ago, they were saying you didn't have the power, you didn't bring the fight to people. Now you're a champion, you've defended that championship, and you've got people here scouting you. What's the year been like for you, and just the turnaround with now people calling you out?
Yeah, just last year, I was leaving London last year, July. I was on Twitter going back and forth with George Kambosos actually. He was like, you'll never be world champion, you're only gonna fight in front of 300-400 people. And how ironic is it to defend my world championship against him in New York in a arena that I think we did a great, event. A lot of people came out, the city came out, and it was just dope, in the 1 year that it was a full circle. But I always knew I was gonna get here, and I knew when my opportunity came, I couldn't let it slip away. And I just, tonight stood composed, took my time and just had fun in it.
Sure, thank you.
Africa, right here. Congratulations on the win, man.
Thank you.
Wanted to know, which fight would be more satisfying for you to get? Would it be Haney or would it be Teofimo Lopez?
Teofimo Lopez. I think Teofimo Lopez, I ain't gonna lie, either one of them is a big fight. I feel like just with me, my attitude, my charisma, my flamboyantness, what I bring to the table, people hate me, but they're gonna watch me. So I think that boxing need somebody like me and somebody like Teofimo. He's crazy. So both of us, it'll go for a great build up. We both can fight. We're both young in our prime, and I think it'll be dope. And it's a storyline behind it. So I think that's a big fight. Me and Devin Haney's also a big fight. We got history together. So these are all big fights that's gonna happen in the near future. We all in our primes, and sooner or later we gotta show who's really the best.
Thank you.
Congratulations again. It's Dick Garros from the DK Arena. So, how did it feel just to have Brooklyn so heavy in your corner today?
I knew once I brought the championship back home, like New York was gonna, show up. We had all type of people. I was looking at the crowd like, damn, I didn't even know like it was gonna be like this. It was like people that I didn't know would show up, showed up. It was last minute too. Everybody was, saying today I'm getting my ticket, what's going on. There was so many different type of people in the crowd, and it was dope to see that. And I think after today, next time we come back to New York with a better name, it'll be an even bigger event. So I'm climbing slowly but surely, and I'm just grateful and thankful for this.
Okay. You come through the Cops and Kids program. Tell us about that program and the people in that program and how they've had an influence on you up until this point.
I feel like I'm the living proof of the Cops and Kids program. Like the program is meant, Pat Roos and Teddy Atlas started it years ago, and it was meant to take a young kid out the street, take him from anything that can be negative, and make them put their time into something positive. I was a kid that I didn't want to be a boxer. I just seen Floyd Mayweather talking shit to Big Show, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I came to the gym, I smelled the hand wraps, I see the kids coming in with trophies, I see them going away to tournaments, and it changed my life. So I feel like me coming from that program, it can show the young kid that I come from the same place as you. I've had the dirty boxing shoes, the used boxing shoes that the older guys would give me, the stink hand wraps that my hands smell like fungus, the gloves that was just messed up. I've been through all them emotions, from Coach Sosa giving me my first pair of new boxing shoes and me just being happy. But more of the story is that program is meant to help a kid push their trajectory in life towards the positive, standpoint in life. And I feel like whether it's boxing, whether it's being anything you want to be in life, that program can change anybody's life, and I'm living proof of it. So none of this would be possible without Cops and Kids. Like Luther Bella said the other day, I was the kid sneaking in behind, trying to get in the backstage and trying to see what's going on with the pros. I used to try to steal the pro gloves after the fight. So it's a full circle moment for me.
Hey, Richardson, congratulations on an excellent win. Jay with Sportbox TV official. Just a quick question. So we did see you in the ring with Teofimo Lopez. Can you tell us or detail any of the words that were exchanged between you and him?
He basically congratulated me, and I said, yeah, we gotta make it happen. And he's also signed right here with my manager Keith Conley. So it's ties right there between him. So the fight is definitely something that gotta happen. He's already established his name in the boxing world. I'm establishing my name in the boxing world. I'm cementing my name. So it's a fight that gotta happen. And I've been calling his name out right before I got out the ring. My last fight, and this ain't for propaganda. This ain't for promotion. I do believe I'm the best, and I'm ready to compete against anybody in the sport.
Eddie, is it time to start putting Richardson Hitchins on the pound-for-pound list?
Oh yeah, no, but he's got pound-for-pound ability. I think that's for sure. I think Kambosos was the perfect opponent tonight at the perfect venue. When we talked about it, it was a big investment to make. George, rightfully so, he's not a cheap opponent, but it was the perfect one for the crowd to come out, and I think the perfect style for Richie to show his quality. And I think the difference tonight was a more assured fighter, a more confident fighter that maybe in the past would have just beat him up for another 6 rounds, and then you saw how he came out in the 7th. Real aggressive, pushed him back, walked him down and beat him up and got the stoppage, and that's the difference, really. Once people see a 6-round domination, they don't want to see another 6-round domination. They want him out of there, and that's what I think Richie's learned, and that's what he did tonight in start.
Africa. All right, so Malik Hawkins, John Bowser, Gustavo Limos, Liam Paro, now George Kambosos. Every so-called step up, you make it look like a step back. I know, I say that to you all the time. Everybody wanted to see the final level of Richardson Hitchins. Is this the beginning, or like what can we look forward to?
This is definitely the beginning. Every day I'm perfecting my craft mentally. Every day I'm watching, I'm paying attention to details. I'm watching, I'm seeing what's going on. And like I said, I'm sure of myself now. I do believe that I'm one of the best fighters in the sport of boxing, period. And if I'm not that yet, I'm going to show. If I'm not that yet, it will come, because I believe in myself, and I'm working hard every day I love boxing. It's something I really love to do. Like I said, I boxed Shakur in the hallway of Boots Fights a few weeks ago. Literally, we was in the hallway with 12-ounce gloves boxing until like we started maybe at like 2:05 and was done at like 3:01. And this is like something I love. So this is definitely not my final level. This is like it's a lot more for me to do out here. And y'all just gotta keep staying tuned. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting opportunities.
We've been told we have to wrap up, guys, but we've got one more question. Go.
Keith, this is for you. Like Africa said, you do have Tio. How realistic is that fight? Just how realistic is it?
It's very realistic. Right after the victory, Eddie and I were in the ring, and we actually said, we gotta get him the big fight next. We gotta go out there and work together to get him the big fight. The two most realistic fights are obviously Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. I manage Teofimo as well. He wants the fight. Richie's wanted the fight for a year, so it's just gonna come down to, I'd say probably in the next 2 to 4 weeks, Eddie and I are gonna sit down together and figure out what we're gonna do with Hitchins next. I know Teofimo wants it, so my guess is that will be the fight that likely happens. It's not a fight I want it to really happen because I manage both guys, but I'm not going to hold them back from each other. But again, it's a collective effort. It's myself, it's Hitchins, and it's Eddie, and obviously the rest of the team. But Eddie and I will sit down in the next couple of weeks and figure out what direction we want to take with Richie.
Yeah, and like I said, I just want to thank Keith Conley, Eddie Hearn, for giving me the opportunity to get here, and they changed my life for 2 years, just like that. All I need was an opportunity, and they did their job, and I'm doing my job, and I'm looking forward to a great future with obviously Eddie Hearn, Keith Conley, and hopefully we keep doing great things. And yeah.
Thanks for your support, guys. Thanks for coming tonight. Thank you.